6 reasons why we're not healed. The first reason is a lack of faith. In Matthew chapter 8, the centurion was found to have great faith because he told Jesus that he didn't need to come to his house for his servant to be healed. He said he is a man of authority. So once Jesus speaks the word, he knew that his servant would be healed. Not only did he have faith, he also understood the meaning of authority. But lacking in faith can block your healing. The second reason why we're not healed is that the person praying for the one to be healed has not yet reached the level of authority that is over and above the spirit that is responsible for the sickness. This is why Jesus told the disciples in Mark chapter 9, when they were unable to cast out the spirit from the boy, he said that this type can only come out by prayer and fasting. Prayer and fasting increases us in spiritual ranks to defeat spirits in the heavenly realms. The third reason why we're not healed is that many persons rely on the doctor's diagnosis, prognosis, and the medications rather than on God and his word. King Asa in 2 Chronicles 16 died because he sought help from the physicians instead of from God. Doctors have their place in society, but our reliance for our recovery must always be on God. The fourth reason why we're not healed is that not everyone will be healed. Some persons are not healed because God allowed the infirmity in order to keep them humble. Paul in 2 Corinthians 12 was given a thorn in his flesh. The Bible did not tell the sickness, but he said 3 times he prayed for God to remove it from him. Then he learned that it was to keep him from becoming conceited because of all of the great revelations that God was giving to him. Whatever God sees fit to keep us humble, that is what he will do. The fifth reason why we're not healed is that there are those who are not healed because God simply does not. And we don't know the reason why. We don't need to make excuses for God. We don't need to come up with our own reasons as to why he does not heal us. He just doesn't, and we should be fine with his decision. The Bible says in 2 Kings chapter 13 that Elisha died from a sickness. Elisha was a man who loved God, and I'm sure that God loved him too. God used him mightily in his time, but he was not healed. The sixth reason why some persons are not healed is that some sicknesses are for the glory of God. Jesus said in John 11 that Lazarus' sickness was not unto death, but for the glory of God. The man at the pool of Bethsaida waited 38 years to receive his healing. You too will endure for a season. A season could be a very short time. For others, it could be many years. But while you wait for God to heal you, do not lose faith in him. Continue to be powered up in the Spirit in prayer. Do not place your reliance on the doctors, but rather put all your trust in God. Remain faithful to him like Job did through his calamity. Remain faithful like Apostle Paul. Now, these are not the only reasons why we're not healed. Apostle Paul found out why he was not healed. We can draw closer to God, which will cause us to hear his voice clearly, so we too might possibly be able to find out why we're not healed. And then by knowing, we will be able to figure out whether or not there are measures that we can take so we can be healed. I'm Pastor Marion. Thank you for watching. See you next time.